Hello friends, my name is Kishan and welcome you in this video tutorial. In previous video tutorial, we have talked about the Hibernate. So that was the just introductory part of Hibernate. In this video tutorial, we are going to see how we can create a session factory in Hibernate 5. So in Hibernate 5, how we create a session factory, that is totally different how we were creating session factory in Hibernate 3 and 4. So here is the Eclipse. So let's go ahead and create a Maven project first. So new, and here go to the project, and here you have a Maven. Select Maven project option, and here I'm going to select create a simple project. Just I want to skip archetype selection and click on next, and here group ID I'm going to specify as com.infotech, and artifact ID, which is almost equivalent to project name itself. I have written Hibernate session factory creation and click on the finish. Now here you can see the Maven has his own standard structure. So here if you go to the pom.xml, then here I'm going to add all dependencies which is required to create a Hibernate 5 application. So in pom.xml I'm going to paste this code. So here you can see I have, first of all, I have added dependency for MySQL connector. Here we are going to use MySQL database. So that's what MySQL dependency I have added. Now second dependency I have added for the Hibernate 5. So 5.2.11 is the Hibernate latest version. So that dependency I have added. Now these things is optional. Even you can remove these things, still this project is gonna work. So here just I have specified where is the my source directory. So in this directory we will create the all Java files, and this is the plugin which helps us to create the executable jar file, and what source and target Java version is that. So that I have mentioned. That's all about the pom.xml. Now next thing, now you can see this project is showing some error. So right click on the project, go to the Maven, and you can do update project, and this error will go away. So error has gone. Now you have a src main resources. So here I'm going to create a Hibernate configuration file. So that already I have created, just I have pasted over here. So this is pretty straightforward. So here this is the your XML doc type, right? So whatever tags you are going to write over here, that is going to validate by this DDT. So that's all about the XML doc type. So Hibernate configuration is the root tag. So that's a start here and closing here. Inside that we have a session factory tag which starts here and closing here. Between this we have specified the Hibernate properties. So first properties I have specified connection driver class. So this is the latest driver. So if you have a old driver, then you have a package name com.mysql jdbc, but latest driver they have changed the package something like this, and this is your driver class. Now second, you have a database URL. So this JDBC is the Hibernate is built on the top of the JDBC. So that's using the JDBC API. So that's all about JDBC. MySQL is the database. Localhost where your MySQL server is running. This is the port number where your MySQL server is running, and this is the schema name. Database username, password is root itself, and finally we have to specify the MySQL dialect, because Hibernate is the ORM tool which helps us to generate the SQL query on the fly. So that's the reason you need to specify the dialect class. So here we are using the MySQL. So MySQL dialect we have specified. If you are using Oracle or DB2, Sybase or some other database, so if you go to this package, then Hibernate has listed all dialect classes for the different underlying databases. So appropriate dialect we will have to specify, right? So that's all about this configuration file. So default naming convention is Hibernate cfg.xml. So that's the naming convention we have followed in, but in future tutorial we'll see we can name this file we can name this file anything else as well, right? Now in src main Java I'm going to create a class. It's called com.infotech.util, and class name I'm going to specify Hibernate util, and there we are going to write a code to create a session factory. So here first of all I'm going to declare some variables like private, static, and first variable is standard service registry. Standard service registry. And second variable I'm going to declare as session factory itself. Session factory. And I'm going to create a static factory. And there I'm going to check if session factory equal to null, session factory equal to null, then we would like to create the session factory. Now we have a class is called new standard service registry builder. So standard service registry builder object I'm going to create. So standard service registry builder, and I'm going to call a method equal configure, and finally I'm going to call build method on it. So this guy is going to return us the object of this. Okay. Now next thing I'm going to create a metadata sources. So I would say metadata sources. So package will happen from this metadata sources equal to new metadata sources which accepts service registry. So this standard service registry we're gonna pass it over here. Okay. Next thing I'm going to create a so here metadata sources is having a method is called get metadata builder. So I would say get metadata builder, and you will have to call build method on it, and which is going to return you metadata itself, metadata object, and metadata is having a method is called get session factory builder, and we'll have to call build method on it, and this will return you the session factory itself, and that we have already declared over here. So that's the way we used to create session factory in Hibernate 5. And of course you can wrap this code inside the try catch as well, right? So I'm going to wrap this code in surround with try catch, and here in catch flag you can say if a standard service registry that we have declared over here, standard service registry not equal to null, then what you'll do, you'll call standard service registry builder is having method is called destroy method, that is a static method, and there you are passing a standard service registry. So just we'll have to destroy it. Right now I'm going to create a factory method, static factory method, and that will be accessible globally, and which will return us the session factory itself. And I would say method name is session factory, get session factory, and this is gonna return us session factory, right? So client has to call this method by using its class name. So that's the way we used to create the session factory in Hibernate 5. Now in this example, here is the my database. Here if you trigger this query select version, so this will show you the MySQL version itself. So this query I'm going to trigger. So here of course we need to write a client program for it, right? So here I'm going to write a client program in the client package itself. So I would say client test, which will have a main method, and here we can call Hibernate util dot get session factory dot get open session. So this will give us the session object itself. So from Hibernate 5 onwards, session interface basically extends auto closable interface. So you can use session creation as a try with resources. So you don't need to close session in the finally block in that case. Right now I'm going to create a string, SQL string, and I would say select version. Right, so here select key is not case sensitive either, you can write in capital or small, doesn't matter. Now here we have a session, and session is having method is called create native query, and here we will have to pass this SQL query which will return us the database current version, and we have a method is called get single result, and this we can typecast into a string itself, result, and I would say we can typecast into a string itself. Okay, and here I'm going to print MySQL version is, okay, and we can print MySQL version here itself. That's it. Now let's run this project and see is it working or not. Now this is showing no query defined for the name. Okay, so let me check out what went wrong. So now I think I have left semicolon. Sorry guys, we have taken a wrong method. I was supposed to take create native query, and let's run this project now. And here we got the result, right? That means we have created the session factory successfully in Hibernate 5. So that's the way to create the session factory in Hibernate 5. So this code I am going to put on the GitHub, and GitHub location you will get in the video description. So here I am going to put a lot of comments, and finally we will post this code on the GitHub, and same code I am going to post on my blog, which recently I have created here, so that you can go on my blog and you can see the rest of the details regarding some theory concept or some Java documentation and all. So that's all I have in this video. I hope you enjoyed learning this video. In this Hibernate cfg.xml file prefix, which is the Hibernate dot, that you can remove. Still this is gonna work. These things you will have to keep in mind. So whether you are writing Hibernate.connection.driver class or connection.driver class, both are same. So in everywhere Hibernate dot you can remove from the CFG file, still this is gonna work. So I hope you enjoyed learning this video. In next video tutorial we'll see how we can create a session factory without using this XML file in Hibernate 5. So thanks for watching this video, and see you next video tutorial.